If you drop like $2,200 on a subwoofer, you expect more than just a massive box of painted plywood that rattles your teeth.
Oh, absolutely. At that price point, you expect a precision acoustic weapon.
Right. So today, we're taking a custom-tailored deep dive into the QSC KS118. It's an 18-inch active subwoofer. We've got the spec sheets and the acoustic data right here.
And the mission today is really to decode exactly why this specific piece of gear is the secret engine behind that massive chest-thumping sound you experience at, clubs and big live events.
Okay, let's unpack this because the raw numbers are just wild. I mean, we are talking about an 18-inch direct-radiating driver being pushed by a 3,600-watt Class D amplifier.
Yeah, the sheer force of that hardware is imposing.
It really is. It delivers a maximum SPL, which is sound pressure level, of 136 dB,
Yeah.
and it plunges all the way down to an ultra-low 35 hertz.
Which is incredibly low.
But to put that 136 dB into perspective for a second, that is roughly equivalent to standing right next to a military jet taking off.
Exactly. It's a violent amount of physical energy.
So my question is, how does a wooden box physically withstand that kind of vibration without just instantly rattling apart? I mean, dumping 3,600 watts into a driver creates massive stress.
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, that 104-pound painted birch plywood enclosure isn't just an aesthetics choice. It's built like a tank to provide intense structural rigidity.
Oh, so it's literally about keeping the box from flexing.
Right, because if the box flexes, you lose acoustic energy. The rigid density of that birch turns all that violent raw energy into clean, musical, low-frequency reproduction.
It's sort of like the difference between jumping on a trampoline versus pushing off a solid concrete floor.
That's a perfect analogy, yeah. And the Class D amplifier plays a huge role too because it's incredibly efficient. It turns almost all its drawn electrical power directly into sound rather than just wasting it as heat.
Okay, but pure power is useless if it just results in this muddy wall of sound, right? Like an omnidirectional wash of 35 hertz bass is just going to bounce everywhere and deafen the band on stage.
That is the classic subwoofer problem. And that's exactly where we get into how you actually tame the 3,600-watt beast. It's all about the onboard DSP, the digital signal processing.
Right.
The real aha feature here is what QSC calls cardioid radiation mode. By pairing a minimum of two KS118 units together, the DSP maximizes the bass output firing forward into the audience.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it drastically minimizes the bass energy bleeding out the sides and the rear toward the stage.
Wait. So you're telling me that by adding a second massive subwoofer, they somehow cancel out the bass for the performers standing right behind them?
I know, it sounds counterintuitive.
Yeah, how does that audio illusion even work?
What's fascinating here is that it's not an illusion at all. It's precise digital timing. We were talking about real-time destructive interference.
Oh, like intentional phase cancellation.
Exactly. The DSP delays the signal to the rear-facing speaker by just a precise fraction of a millisecond. So when that massive bass wave bleeds backward from the front speaker, the rear speaker fires an identical wave.
But it's exactly 180 degrees out of phase, right?
You got it. The math happens so fast that the peaks of the front wave perfectly meet the troughs of the rear wave. They physically flatten each other out in the air behind the stack.
Wow. So you get this massive punchy drop perfectly focused on the dance floor, but the DJ directly behind the speakers isn't just getting hammered by their own kick drum.
Exactly. It's surgical precision paired with brute force.
That is wild. And connecting this directly back to you, the listener practically speaking, this unit is designed for rapid mobile deployment.
Yeah, despite weighing 104 pounds.
Right, because it features 4 low-noise, heavy-duty casters, so wheels on the back, and it has a top-mounted M20 threaded pole receiver, meaning you can just roll it in and stack it vertically in minutes.
It makes life so much easier for mobile sound crews.
So next time you are at a wedding or a club, look around for those black birch boxes with wheels. You'll finally understand the invisible tech that is steering the sound directly at you.
It really makes you appreciate the engineering behind a good party.
It really does. And, it leaves you with a pretty provocative thought. If onboard DSP can precisely steer and cancel out massive 35 hertz sound waves in an open room using just timing and placement, how long until we use similar acoustic manipulation to create personal, silent audio bubbles in crowded public spaces?
Oh, that would be incredible.
Right. Entirely eliminating the need for headphones. You just sit at a cafe wrapped in your own music and the person next to you hears absolutely nothing.